What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the title. Today we're talking about the Lee Winnell 2025 remake of Wolfman. Now, off rip, I'm gonna just get my opinion out the way. I think this film is overhated, but I completely understand where people are coming from because this is a January release from Blumhouse. So going into it, you kind of already knew what to expect. And the reviews reflect that whole January release horror movie curse that we've had going on for the past who knows how many years. They're hella negative. Like, before we even started watching the movie, my partner was like, oh, yes, we're watching the movie everybody hates. But I love the cast. I love Julia Garner from Ozark, and I think Christopher Abbott is a fucking star, especially in Professor and Sanctuary. So going into it, I wanted to see it regardless of anybody else's reviews. I also think it's pretty obvious and should go without saying that I love the director, Lee Winnell, as well. If you're not a returning subscriber from the channel, I did a review of Invisible Man that you should check out. I love that film, and it was one of my favorite remakes slash adaptations that have come out in the past few years. Now, the general plot of the film, while keeping it generally spoiler free, even though it's pretty fucking obvious what goes on in this film, which I'll get to later. The general plot of the film, though, is a family relocates to a husband's deceased father's property, and when they get there, they're attacked, right? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I like this film. I wasn't expecting the concept of parental dynamics to be a main plot point. I don't think we're strangers at this point to the whole directors trying to do elevated horror thing where there's a metaphor behind everything, but I actually didn't really mind it in this film. I actually thought the structure of it was pretty unexpected as well. Everything is very straightforward right away, which also kind of caught me off guard. I was kind of expecting the film to slowly give it away, but they take the exact opposite approach to that. But let's get into it, y'all. I love the technical cinematography in this film. It was genuinely beautiful. Definitely gave me that Upgrade vibe. Obviously, no shit. But throughout the whole film, beautiful lighting, beautiful color grading, and it was a very interesting approach to the transformation. It really made me wonder what it would be like to see Invisible Man from the Invisible Man perspective, but I just loved how during the transformation you got to see the perspective of Christopher Abbott's character during that transformation, seeing it through his eyes and hearing it through his ears. And like I said, the cinematography was mwah, chef's kiss. The lighting, oh my god, bro, I love that shit. As far as the physical transformation, I thought it was interesting. Like I said, it's more of a realistic approach. I feel like I am a huge fan of the practical effects. It kind of makes me wonder if Blumhouse nerfed it. I honestly don't remember if this movie is rated PG-13 or R or not. I guess I could have just looked that up. But it's definitely giving PG-13. I feel like we could have gone more into the gore. I know. Surprise, coming from me, right? But I just feel like, for Wolfman, there were some really nice little touches. I loved the nails and the bones cracking and stuff like that. But I was definitely expecting more, I'm not gonna lie. But for Blumhouse, not bad. As far as the cast, what can I say, bro? What can I say? Christopher Abbott is fucking fantastic. Julia Garner is great also. And the kid wasn't annoying, which is also a huge bonus. I feel like we're slowly growing out of that. I feel like we're starting to age out of that whole annoying kid in horror trope, which is amazing. It's amazing. Now, as far as the negatives, I can see how the slow pacing can lose some viewers. Obviously, this has nothing to do with the OG 1940s story at all, but I thought that it was a great remake. Like I said, besides some of the slow pacing, and there are moments towards the end of the film where it's just straight up silent, which I was okay with. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice, but my partner and other people have pointed it out to me, and I was like, huh, that's crazy. On second watch, yeah, I could see why that could lose some people, but I liked it. So for me personally, I can understand where they're coming from, but I like that shit. Now, the movie can be low-key predictable. Like I said, it is still better than I anticipated, but there are moments in the film where you clearly know what finna happen. Like, spoiler alert, I know I said I was going to try to keep this kind of spoiler-free, but spoiler alert, I literally leaned over to my partner during the attack scene, and I was like, that's his dad. And my partner was like, oh, yeah, obviously. Like, so there are moments like that, clearly, but I still really didn't mind it. Like I said, I love the beautiful, atmospheric reimagining of the movie. Please do Creature from the Black Lagoon. I beg you, dog. I beg you. I literally have it on display on my Xbox. Like, you don't understand. I'm waiting for this remake, and I'm begging Lee Winnell to make it. Please do Creature from the Black Lagoon. But I'm feeling a 3.5 out of 5 on this one. Like I said in the beginning of the review, I thought this film was overhated, and I understand where people are coming from with their negative points, but I really don't care. I really don't care, bro. I just liked this reimagination of it, and maybe it's that Lee Winnell bias showing, but I liked it. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the 2025 remake of Wolfman. Make sure you like the video if you actually like the video, and hit the sub button if you want to subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you. Fuck off.